Who needs a shot?
Me.
I figured it out.
After that last thing,
Right? Let's play our yes or no game called I'd Swallow That. I'm going to make 4 statements, and if the hosts agree, they take the shot, okay? I'd Swallow That is sponsored by the LGBTQ plus community's favorite spirit brand. You know it, Bacardi. Bacardi is the world's most loved rum brand. Bacardi is as diverse as our LGBTQ plus community. Our neighbors here in South Florida, they're the largest privately held spirits company. Bacardi is also a legacy name in their support of the LGBTQ plus community, with sponsorships, pride embracements, and deep and passionate support of our LGBTQ plus charities and causes. And that's why tonight, It's Happening Out plays I'd Swallow That. Gulp. With our favorite rum drink, Bacardi. All right, here we go. Question number 1. The Stud, San Francisco's famed LGBTQ plus bar, is set to return to the South of Market area in a new location nearly 4 years after its closure. The new location will be on Folsom Street in the South of Market neighborhood, just a few blocks from the last location on 9th Street. The Stud Collective has launched a crowdfunding campaign with a goal of raising $500,000 by the end of November to help pay for renovations and other costs of reopening, which is expected early next year. So question number 1, with the Bacardi shot, I'd swallow that. The historic Stud in San Francisco reopening gives me hope for other bars we've lost.
Yes.
What do you think, Mark? You didn't drink. You didn't drink,
No,
and you slapped your cup.
I seriously think we're like a whole generation away from like bars being a big thing. Even the ones that are open to now, you go and everybody's just sitting on their phone paying for drinks. I can sit on my phone and have free drinks at home. In Palm Beach County, we've had 3 bars close and only 1 potentially reopening. So I think you've got some glimmers of this. I don't think it's the trend, though.
Well, you know, for the last couple of years, we've done stories on the fact that there was only like 11 or 12 lesbian bars in the whole country, you know? Yeah. And I kind of chucked it to the fact that a lot more other bars have become inclusive. So they just let lesbians, you know, more women and trans women and lesbian women in and queer women in. So it's just that we don't need our own space. And we're also not great. We don't go out as much as boys do. You know what I mean? So we can't keep that bar going, so to speak.
So I do think there's hope, because I think that what bars happen to do over generations is give people an opportunity to have something in common with the next generation and pass the stories, like allow those stories to continue to be told, because there's nothing better than a community is if you went to a bar and then 10 years later you meet someone who's been to that bar, you now develop a good opportunity for conversation. You now broke down that wall. So we've all been in the same place. We've all shared the same experience, and we have to continue to tell those stories. So there's glimmering of hope.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so cute.
John's like, it's going to hell in a handbasket.
Right.
So
That
shady.
shit is not real. Like, I moved from Miami here because people in Miami keep trying and it keeps failing. Like, when they're on that trend, it's hard to get out of it. San Francisco is going into the shitter. I've been there twice in the last year. Everyone says the same thing. The only events that are still happening is like Folsom. Those types of events
I love Folsom.
are still doing very well. After that season is over, the city goes dead, and the city is rampant full of homeless people and tents, and it is smelly and gross, and it's really not going to survive in the near future. I do have hope that there are places like Wilton Manors and even LA, like WeHo and stuff, who are still going to thrive and do great things, but start moving from these places, because they're not going to gain any kind of value for you in your life right now.
But they've lasted a long time. I mean, the Castro, I lived in Twin Peaks, which is right up the street from the Castro. And I made the mistake of going to the Castro on Halloween when it's not gay. Right? It's not gay at all and almost scary, you know? And that's any indication of how it's become. It was like, oh, wow.
I think, though, that one of the things that's important about this reopening, even down here, right, Roosters is going to reopen soon, is that, let's be honest, all of the inclusivity and everything that's been trending, a lot of the country has been like, nope, sorry, this is not as open as you think it is. And so I feel like these places are going to grow in importance, because there is a younger generation now that's like watching people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, like the age that you think of as being more accepting, more open. Some of them are flat out saying no, and some of them are pushing back inside of nightclubs, inside of bars, and it's actually making a space that is like, oh wait, this is why we had these spaces to begin with.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's not for the best reason, but I feel like some of these establishments are going to start growing again, because where are you going to feel safe?
Yeah.
But it's definitely a generational thing because the younger generations now, they don't necessarily have to go to a gay bar where they're going out. They'll go to their local bar.
Yeah.
You know, because if it's a couple of them, it is a gay bar.
Or
Because it's
spend
more
money.
than one of them.
Right.
You know, so they don't necessarily have to come to Wilton or they don't have to go down to Miami. They'll go to whatever their local establishment is.
And it's true.
And the whole thing is like, if they weren't successful before, what makes them think that they're going to be successful a second time?
But
In a
remember,
different
it was low.
location.
In a di- but
In a different location.
the thing is like, and I mean, they're looking for $500,000. And my thing is, do you know what $500,000 can do to a local nonprofit organization? Instead of donating it to a bar, you know, businesses
we
are.
want to have fun, Cal.
But businesses
Why do you
are-
want to help the
that's the
organization.
that's true.
But businesses are in business to make money. If you have a business, why would you operate at a loss for so long and you're not generating any money? It's not a good business.
Look, I
then.
think you need to do.
Forgetting.
I think you need to do, and I think you'll help me out with this. Okay, one of the most gay-friendly areas that I've ever gone to, and I make it a point to go to the gay areas wherever we all do that, right? Is Baltimore.
Absolutely.
Okay, and because it's not, hey gays, come here. It's kind of like, hey everybody, come here. Plus, we have this, and this that attracts the gays. You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna piggyback on that. And so think about it, when you travel any city, you say, hey, I've been to the Palace, or I've been to the Monster, or I've been to the Hippo in Baltimore, or I've been to these places. Immediately, we all go back to our youth. So now you have a younger generation that's now going to go to those spaces. They need the same opportunities that we had. If we remove that from them, they're missing out on a lot of the fun. And we should encourage them to have those opportunities. If we don't, then we're growing a group of gays who just don't know how
they're not
to truly
socialize,
be.
and they won't know how to socialize
They won't know
either.
how to cruise. They won't know how to have fun. They won't know how to.
They won't know how to bottom.
But
How
they-
else do you learn but at a
I
bar?
don't think they want it like we did, right? Like you don't, when we go to these bars, I don't see these Gen Zers out there. I don't see 21-year-olds
They're not.
popping bottles.
Well,
They're not doing it.
At the Alabama every Friday and Saturday, they
Alabama at Manor on
at
Friday
all of that.
night is
And they're there.
Oh,
They're
on
there.
Manor for sure.
You know, and
Yeah,
so-
because it's 18 and over. It's the only place they can go.
So-
thing, but that's
That's
the
18
thing,
and
though,
over?
right?
Friday nights, yeah.
Friday night.
The
Over
manor,
is,
but
that is the threshold,
Right.
right? And,
Yeah, but that's
and
not the liquor sales.
It's not a liquor sale.
No.
That's part of the problem, though, is that when you think about it, right? Talking about profit and talking about community, right?
right.
How do you grow a community if your young people can't even enter into your realm until they're 21?
Yeah.
Right? Like it's a very specific.
I mean, and I'll disagree with that narrative only because it makes it seem as though I guess I get that alcohol is such a big part of the gay community, but I don't believe that bars are these institutions that, you know, are part of these communities that
if you think about the queer community, right? And just in general, think about what are the spaces where the queer community gathers?
Bars.
Bars.
Look, how many at the table have gotten a boyfriend or a girlfriend from a bar?
Gotten a hookup at a bar. I got many hookups at the bar.
I mean, like,
you go to the bar, you like that one. I've had experience.
And I have
with
made great.
it. Right.
It's elimination.
So
It's elimination.
lot.
All right.